Well, good morning. Today we're here with our Director of Transportation and Security, Rich. Rich, you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Sure. Good morning. I'm Rich Williams. I'm the Director of Security and Transportation here at Londonderry.
So, Rich, I know that we're here in what we call the pipe room.
Right.
Do you want to explain a little bit about
Yes, so this
our
is
system?
our sprinkler system for this building, which is one of the many functions that we have of overseeing in security is our sprinkler systems and the rest of our systems with our closed camera surveillance. But this is a very important piece of what we do. This is all about our fire safety, and each building we have here has a sprinkler room similar to this.
Most of the time, I think they're in closets, but it is really neat to see. And this is one of our smaller buildings on campus. The apartment building one must be huge, and the community center one must be huge.
And it was an appropriate backdrop for today, with given my background. My background, just a little bit about me. I was in the fire department in Baltimore City for 23 years. In my last 6 years, I was the Director of Operations for Emergency Management. So I have a Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness in my background, which kind of helped me prep for what we do here on a regular basis.
Well, that's great. And tell us a little bit about your department. How many people do you have in it? And what do you do? Because you do security and you also do transportation, and that involves a lot. So.
It does. I have a staff of 13, part-time and full-time. I have a wonderful staff. They keep very busy. We are staffed 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, 365.
I do. And I'm going to surprise our viewers. I know that transportation last year completed over 3,000 trips with our residents. We completed 136 bus trips going to different places. I know you don't want to toot your own horn. I'm going to do it for you.
Thanks.
His department also responded around the clock to 317 different incidences that were reported. And those things are such as someone touched a medical pendant and needed some help. There was a smoke detector battery, or there was a fall. So you responded to 317 different incidences around the campus. You also do lost and found, and you keep security and cameras going. How's that?
It's busy.
It's busy.
It's very chaotic at times. We can go from 0 to 60 miles an hour like that, with between scheduling the appointments and trips, which is a huge thing about what we do, especially Monday through Friday. We're doing doctor's appointments, and Easton is a great town. There is limited public transportation, so we kind of pick that up. So we offer our residents here at Londonderry, we take them grocery shop them, door-to-door service, so doctor's appointments, dentists, and occasionally we go across to BWI so they can visit family and not have to worry about leaving their car. Some residents don't always drive. Some, rely on us. So
they have the option, and that's really good for them. And as I said, we completed over 3,000 trips last year, and that's amazing. But tell us a little bit about how you secure the campus, how you maybe patrol it, and what type of emergency responses do you see on a regular basis?
So probably our most common is accidental activation of pendants. We do respond to a lot of those. We've had several falls. We've had pot of food burned and set the smoke alarm off. But we do have somebody in that guardhouse 24 hours a day. We monitor who comes in and off of our campus.
Right.
Inside the guardhouse, we have several panels, and we monitor all the smoke alarms and pendants. We get alerted for those, as well as the pull cords. Each cottage has pull cords, so if they fall, and especially in the restroom, they can pull the pull cord and we respond immediately. So we're kind of like chauffeurs and first responders and all that combined.
And a staff of 13, you said?
Staff of 13.
Staff of 13 around the clock, 365 days a year. That's amazing, keeping everybody safe. And I am happy to say, with all of those trips, all of those bus trips combined, no accidents, no problems, everything's safe. We do make sure our drivers and security are safe because we treasure our residents.
Yes.
There is a little hidden known fact about Rich that I'd like to share with our viewers. I'm not sure anybody on our campus knows. A few of us know. I just found out that Rich is a movie star. He actually starred in the film.
Well, it was kind of extra. But
Well, you got him further than I did.
yes, it's all good. And,
Sure.
and a part of it was a technical advising for some of the scenes in a movie.
Tell them what movie.
So Ladder 49, which was released, October was 20 years ago, actually 2004. And it starred Joaquin Phoenix and John Travolta. And I got to meet all the actors and actually work with them on the set. The big scene of the fire we filmed, it was 6 nights. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And it was just neat to be involved in something like that. And, it was get to hang out and kind of get to know the actors. And I actually did get my face on the silver screen just for a quick short minute, but no speaking role. But it was just really something neat.
And at the end of the clip, I would like you to share some of your photos and mementos. But I did want to ask you a couple things. What do you like most about being here at Londonderry?
Oh, everybody is just so wonderful. I love Londonderry. Everybody's so friendly. It's just a really tight-knit community. Everybody looks out for one another. The staff here are fantastic. That helps make Londonderry what it is. And we have a wonderful staff. And, such a low turnover rate, that tells you that the staff are well looked after from both the staff, the directors and the residents. So,
Yeah.
I think everybody's happy here. I love it.
Yeah, and I know the residents really, really treasure being able to call your staff and get help when they're worried, scared, or when they've had a fall, or when they need a drive to somewhere. Because a lot of the residents, as we said, don't drive. Some do, and they don't use the transportation. One last thing I did want to mention is we have a Katie system. So tell us what it is and how it plays into your department.
Okay, so everybody has a Katie in their cottage. The security piece of that is very important. So every morning they are supposed to hit the button on the Katie and they check in, and they do that before 11 o'clock. That's very important for accountability. We've had several instances where residents didn't check in, did not answer their phone, and then we follow immediately up with a visit. And on several occasions, we have actually found where the resident was on the floor, couldn't reach a pendant or pull cord or their phone, and we were able to get them help immediately because of this accountability tracking.
Right. So they have the Katie, which is really the hub of our informational center for the residents. What's going on here? It's a communication tool. It has a wealth of knowledge,
and they order their meals on their lunches and dinners.
It hits almost every department. They can order meals. They can do a work order, but for you especially, there's that check-in button, and that's another layer of just making sure our residents are safe and don't need anything. So they check in every morning, and if they don't check in, they get a phone call from security. If they don't answer the phone, they get a visit.
That's right.
And if they don't answer the door, we do have permission to enter to check and make sure they're okay.
Right. It's a great Chuck welfare program that they offer here.
So really, your department does a lot of things.
And deliver of the meals. Let's not leave that out. So we deliver all lunches and dinners that are to-go, where people aren't eating in the dining hall. So
you deliver meals, to-go meals, lunches, dinner, and you also deliver heavy packages. If someone, and now it's the Christmas season, so I know you guys are going to be busy, like little Santas at night. They deliver all heavy packages that residents may not be able to carry from the mailroom back to their home, and that happens at night. You want to show us a little bit about your movie?
Sure. There's my big claim to fame, John Travolta and myself. And you can tell it's 20 years ago.
So you were an advisor for the explosion.
Right. I was an assistant to the technical advisor for the city.
And Rich's wife put this lovely book together for him.
She did.
And we're thankful.
Yes. So during a scene at the beginning of the shoot every evening, we would get a call sheet. And basically it tells all the actors, the crew, the cast, where they're supposed to be doing, which shots are going to be shot that night. And just, it was neat to kind of follow along. It actually has script in there for the different scenes for the shoot that need. It was just wasn't an incredible, and actually some simple drawings to see.
Right.
It's just incredible to be involved with something like this.
It is. Thank you all for joining and getting to know a little bit more about Londonderry, its staff, and what we do here. We look forward to seeing you in the future.